Raquel Welch is here tonight. She is truly a glamorous lady, and she's become a fine actress. She received the Nosotros Award and the Golden Globe nomination for Outstanding Performance in the television movie Right to Die. Would you welcome Miss Raquel Welch?
That's pretty nice, thank you.
Yeah, I don't believe you at all.
You don't?
Yeah, you were, what, 4 years ago? You haven't been here for 4 years?
Yeah.
You just, you look smashing, as they say. I
Well,
guess they say
thank
that
you.
in English, don't you? Quite smashing.
I'm getting a little long in the tooth right about now, so...
Well, now, what does
nice
that
to hear
mean, long in the tooth for a woman?
I don't know. Your teeth get long? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to mean, I guess, you're getting elderly.
Yeah. Means you're adding a few years.
Yeah, when people ask you about your age, and I'm not going to, because that's not a decent,
Oh, I already announced that
question.
a long time ago.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
I must have missed that.
You didn't miss much else,
Well, I
did
know
you?
you have a daughter. No, that's true. You have some children that are in their 20s.
Oh, yeah, my son is 28, and my daughter, who I think everybody knows now, Tawny Welch,
Yeah.
is about 26.
And both
there.
handsome children. Yeah.
Yeah. Saw Tawny, I guess, in Cocoon, did you?
Yeah,
And she just made Cocoon #2. Cocoon 2, yeah.
Yeah. Did you want them to go? A lot of people, entertainers, do not wish their children to go in the entertainment business because of the rejection, I guess. It can be a little tough.
Well, it can be pretty tough, you know, but I thought Tawny was so beautiful, and I think she's really talented, too, that I rather encouraged her to, you know, come out of the closet, so to speak, and show herself. And everywhere I go, people ask about her, and they just want to know, you know, when they can see her again, and she's so great. I'm real proud of her.
Well, when you said beautiful, though, I mean, that can also be a hazard, because when you first started, everybody says, oh, she's stunning, she's glamorous, and so forth. And they tend to put you in that mold, you know, and don't look at any acting ability.
Well, that's kind of true, you know. Yeah, there's like a lot of things that can go wrong if you're, you know, considered a glamour puss or a sex symbol and all that. I mean, you know, it's like you can never live it down. I mean, it was taking me this long to get rid of 1 million years BC. You know, I can't think.
I can't wait when that plays on cable, I'm right there. I'll be honest with you, that may be chauvinistic, it may be a horny elderly man. But I watched that picture.
You know, people
I love prehistoric animals.
Yeah,
but you know, there weren't any men around you. There weren't any people around, you know, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. Most people don't know
I
that.
wasn't.
Well, no, but I mean, people always think that there were humans around when the dinosaurs weren't here, and they weren't here.
And they weren't there. No, but Luana and Tumac were.
Oh, yes. That's right, Luana and Tumac.
No, but, you know, you know, that's why finally, you know, you have to sort of break down and do something like this movie that I did, A Right to Die. Because you got to show people that, you know, there's more substance than just the sort of surface, and that maybe they think that because, you know, I'm always sort of fluffed up and dolled up and everything, and I like to look good when I go down in public.
You got smashing reviews for this thing, too.
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to show a couple of pictures here from this picture, because I saw that television movie. And this is what you look like. Now, that looks like you just came from Bruce Willis's party. Whatever that means.
Yeah. It was, I looked like death.
That's kind of a gutsy thing to do. I know actresses who would not do that. They would want to keep the image and so forth.
Yeah.
It's tough to make you really look, even with the removing all and doing stuff. I mean,
You're not telling me
look
that
pretty good when you're terminal here.
Well, don't say that. I tried so hard not to be.
Yeah. Was that a depressing picture to make?
It was. I think it was kind of a difficult picture to sit and watch, because it was about somebody who was dying and really, you know, terminally ill, and it was all about, you know, trying to get off a respirator so you can die with dignity. So all of that's like a very heavy theme, and one that I believed in a lot. But it wasn't really that depressing to actually make it, because everybody on the crew was like so into it and really kind of pulling for me that I'd give a good performance.
Somebody said you visited hospitals?
Yeah, I visited a lot of
that's
hospitals.
Gotta be not fun.
No, it was kind of depressing in a way. Like before, when I knew I was going to go to the hospitals, I get very nervous about it and think, oh God, this is going to be such a bummer. I don't think I'll stand it. So I went over to the Cedars-Sinai Hospital in New York City one time to meet some patients, and I wanted to be incognito, so I sort of put on a pair of glasses and a gray sweatsuit and comb my hair all down sort of into my face and wanted to be incognito. And this one guy who had ALS, which is the disease I was studying, which is terminal, and it's a paralyzing disease.
Is that the Lou Gehrig's, what they call
Yeah,
that?
that's what they used to call Lou Gehrig's disease. This one guy just came rolling up to me in his wheelchair, and he said, hey, I know who you are. You're not kidding me. He says, you know, I know you're Raquel Welch. And he said, you know, love to invite you up to my apartment to see my etchings. He said,
He's getting better, isn't he?
No, I mean, this is...
I did a joke about you a week ago. We did a Karnak routine, I think. One of the Karnaks we did, where I answered the question, or the answer before the question, and the answer was the naked and the dead. And the question was, what would you have if Raquel Welch ran nude through a cardiac ward? That's kind of
Oh.
death jokes don't go too well. You have to...
No, but... No, you know, I'm sorry, but
Lincoln jokes still are tough, even Lincoln.
I told that story because I wanted to show that that the people that I met in the hospital still had a great sense of humor, you know, and they had a kind of a zest for life, even though they knew that they weren't going to be long on this planet. It wasn't depressing to meet these people because they had a great spirit and attitude, and I found it kind of uplifting in that way, and I became friends with this guy that I met there that day, and indeed he did die before we started shooting the movie, but he was a great guy, and so lots of my experiences were kind of, well, they were very moving, and therefore one thinks about them being sad, but they were also kind of inspiring, so.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now, if this were the old Ed Sullivan show, the comedy spot would be next. Ed Sullivan used to do that. He'd have somebody come out and he'd reach up, and now it's comedy time. The guy come up right in the tank. People don't remember Ed Sullivan, do they? Huh? You know, I found that. You know, you talk about Ed Sullivan now, and people forget that he's been gone for some time.
He's been gone, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad.
What?
It's sad. Well, my parents do that. When I tell them who I meet,
Yeah.
well, like if I say I met Al Pacino, she'll say, "Now who's that?" So I say I met Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby was there. Helen Twelvetrees. Helen Twelvetrees.
In their mind, he's still there. Okay. Do this, and we shall return. Ed Sullivan. No more Ed Sullivan jokes.